Hey, fellow mathers! Before we get into this episode, we want to share with you how you can get access to free content, professional learning that will keep your students engaged and doing the math that matters. Get ready to go to this link, mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge.
That's right. Registration is open for the free Math is Figureoutable Challenge that's starting May 15th and runs to the 17th at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to have 3 nights jam-packed with learning and routines that you can take straight to your classroom.
In these challenges, we have a great time. We do some math, talk about classroom experiences, give away super cool bonuses and prizes. You won't just walk away with routines that are naturally engaging and encourage your students to think mathematically. You'll also have a chance to win over 6K worth in prizes, including a few virtual PD sessions for your school. I'll be joined by my wonderful co-host Kim and special guest Jenna Labe.
You can register at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge for a fantastic learning experience. That's mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. Now on to the show.
Hey, fellow mathematicians. Welcome to the podcast where math is figureoutable. I'm Pam.
And I'm Kim.
And this episode is a Math Strat Chat episode. What is Math Strat Chat? Every Wednesday evening, I throw out a math problem on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. People from all around the world chat about the strategies they use. It's super cool to see everyone's thinking.
It's so fun. Okay, so this Wednesday, our problem was 3/4 of 9. How would you solve this problem? Go ahead and pause the podcast, solve the problem any way you want. Remember, the problem was 3/4 of 9. Solve it, and then come back to hear how we solved it. Ready? Go.
All right. So, 3/4 of 9. 3/4 of 9.
Yeah.
I'm going to go first.
Okay, sounds great.
So, I'm not sure I would do this, except I've got last week's problem ringing in my head. So, last week we decided that 3/4 of 10 was 7.5. And I have dealt with 3/4 of 8 a lot. I just know that 3/4 of 8 is 6. So I could talk about how I know that. Half of 8 is 4. And I just know 3/4 of 8. So really, I just know it's 6. But if it's 4 and 2, then that's 6. So I know that there's this linear relationship, this constant rate of change relationship that's between that if I'm dealing with percents or 3/4 of. And so if I'm thinking about 3/4 of 9, if I know 3/4 of 8 is 6 and 3/4 of 10 is 7.5, then 3/4 of 9 is, since 9 is right in between 8 and 10, that 3/4 of it is going to be right in between 6 and 7.5. So then I have to ask myself, what's right in the middle of 6 and 7.5? Well, there's sort of 1.5 is the difference there, and half of 1.5 is 0.75. I'm actually kind of thinking about that in money. It's like $1.50, and half of that's 75 cents. And so 6 and 75 cents is 6.75, or 6 and 75 hundredths. So that is 3/4 of 9.
So I've been trying not to laugh because I'm smiling because I did
that
almost exactly the same
No
thing.
way.
Yes.
Okay, we never do the same thing.
I know, that's so funny, right? Because the 8, I just thought about what I know about the 8 and 10 also, and 9 being right in the middle. But I will say that another one pinged for me right kind of at the very end when I was like, oh yeah, I know 3/4 of 3. And so I don't know why it came to me that I know 3/4 of 3 instead of 3/4 of 9.
Wait a
But
minute. I'm not sure I know 3/4 of 3. What's 3/4 of 3?
I don't know why I know that. It's $2.25. And I think it's because it's money.
Huh. Well, let me think for a second. So 3/4 of, you've got me thinking in terms of quarters. 3/4 of 12 quarters. And then there's the 3/4 of 12 is really nice. That's 9. And so 9 quarters is 2 1/4. 2.25. Okay, so I can buy your 3/4 of 3. I was trying to say fourths and quarters at the same time.
So if 3/4 of 3 is 2 1/4, $2.25, then you could just scale up by 3 to get 3/4 of 9.
And 3 times 2 1/4 is
$6.75.
$6.75.
Yeah.
And I said that on purpose. 2 1/4, 3 of those would be 6 3/4. It's a way of thinking about that.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we've shared a couple strategies. We're
Yeah.
purposely decided not to share all the different ways that we can think about the problem.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So we can't wait to see your strategy. And I wonder if your strategy was like one of ours or something entirely different. Represent your thinking, take a picture of your work, or screenshot your phone and tell the world on social media. And while you're there, check out what other people did and comment on their thinking.
Yeah, so tag me on Twitter at PW Harris or Instagram Pam Harris _math or on Facebook Pam Harris author mathematics education, and make sure you use the hashtag MathStratChat. And make sure you check out the Math Strat Chat problem that we post next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then pop back here to hear how we're thinking about the problem. We love having you as part of the Math is Figure Outable movement. Let's keep spreading the word that math is figure outable. Thank you for listening and making math more figure outable.
To learn even more, make sure you register for our free challenge at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. You are not going to want to miss the evenings of May 15th through 17th, starting at 7 p.m. Central.
Math teaching, go register now. That's mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. Join us to make math more and more figure outable. And if you can't join live, register and we'll send you access to the recordings. We'll see you there.